right, and we live, baby. What's happening, everybody? Once again, welcome to the Space Corps Podcast. It's your homeboy Stoney, coming to you live from Stoney's TCM Museum of Minnesota. What the fuck is going on, everybody? I just got done watching another dope, amazing auction from our homies Eric Crimmins and the lovely Vanna. Eric's Secret Stash. If y'all don't know about it, you better. And actually, I'm going to cut the same promo that I did last night. I got a little double dose going for you this weekend because what the fuck, why not? Let's get up on this bitch. Let's get some numbers in the bank. So again, if y'all don't know, dude, Eric's Secret Stash, he's going live not every single Saturday, but it's typically a Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central. He runs a couple of hours. Him and his wife, Vanna, they are amazing, beautiful fucking people. And he is slanging some of the best fucking horror collectibles that are out there. And that just finished. So if you missed out, bitch, you totally missed out. But don't fret because they'll be back again. Just watch their page, Eric's Secret Stash. He's on Facebook. Check that shit out. Follow, like, drop some good comments for him. It's much appreciated. Just phenomenal people all across the fucking board. So I hope... if you were watching, I hope you got some dope-ass shit, man, because I swear to God, he's always got that fire, dude. There's a little bit of TCM tonight, too, and I had to stop myself because I was bidding on it, but it was just getting a little too much for what I wanted to spend on there, but he had a dope Shocking Truth vinyl, and that was amazing. I don't have that one. I've got the newly, what do you want to say, re-released one with different album artwork and all this type of shit. This is one of the more old-school ones, but... I had to fucking pull off the gas. That shit was fire, she said. Yeah, dude, you know, it's like the thing is like, it's so hard to not get caught up in the middle of the auction, fucking, you know, the environment. It's just like, dude, you want something, you're bidding on somebody else, you know, all of a sudden before you know it, you're paying like a lot more than you thought you were going to pay and stuff like that. So sometimes you got to pump the brakes on that, baby, because you know what? It's good for the stash man, of course, my love to that dude. And of course, I want him to make a bunch of fucking money and stuff. But personally, as the collector, every once in a while, you got to show a little bit of fucking restraint here. You know, maybe you're not going to get it this time around, but they made more of them. They're going to pop up around elsewhere. Dude, Michael Toth, what's happening, brother? What up? Popped up now? Hell yeah, dude. What's going on, Mr. Michael Toth? Check that shit out right there, baby. Found a nice little home for that. If y'all don't know, Mr. fucking Michael Toth has just been a goddamn legend on this podcast and in the fucking TCM Museum of Minnesota with his beautiful, amazing, gorgeous artwork, which actually, just for the fucking sake of talking right now, we need to showcase my last two pieces that I just got from Mr. Michael Toth, which you can see the whole fucking episode of me unboxing and, you know, just stroking his ego, like fucking one or two podcasts ago. I think it was two ago. It's gotta be. Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks. Check this shit out, baby. Hold on a second. So from homie Michael Toth, I had him did a commission with him where he did two fucking amazing longboards, and again, these are blacklight, beautifully accentuated, blacklight friendly. I don't know what you want to call it. I always gotta be careful so I don't fucking knock the mic, but look at that fucking thing, dude. So Toth has been doing a bunch of fucking skate decks, but it's usually the popsicle boards, and I think the blanks, I'm assuming, and that's what I think it was, wherever the source was that he was getting the blanks from, they ran out, so he started doing the fucking longboards, baby, and goddamn am I excited that I hopped in on that, because they're fucking amazing, man, and I just love the shape, I love the size, and then check this shit out. This is the bee's knees for the TCM world, baby. Look at that. You know, I told him, I said I wanted a fucking board with the chainsaw blades around the border. He added in the fucking the guard there on the end, and dude, it's just beautiful. Again, blacklight just fucking blows this bitch up like crazy. And I think, and I'm not going to take credit, but I think I may have inspired him because I've seen some other boards now past this of some other TCM ones that he's been doing for like Brett Wagner and stuff, but it's got that fucking chainsaw border, which I think it's just fucking money, dude. It's gorgeous. So, and it makes me want to buy like 10 fucking more. So, again, Mr. Michael Toth, you, my friend, are just a beautiful fucking human being, one hell of an artist, And if y'all are unfamiliar, now you're not. Go fucking follow his page, friend him, send him messages, get some goddamn beautiful custom work done by that motherfucker, because I swear to God, it's going to be the best fucking thing you ever decided to do for your collection, baby. Cheers, everybody, on a goddamn Saturday night. You know, I got that fucking triple, quadruple, fucking sextuple slut in a bucket espresso, baby. Let's go. Ah, thank fucking God, man. Kicked it off with the podcast last night, doing a double dose this weekend, because you know what? Everybody went the hell to bed, and fuck, why not, baby? Let's do this shit. I've got one thing that I've been meaning to unbox that I've had sitting around for a little while that is involved in regarding my side quest collection of the beautiful and best fucking video game out there, Doom. I've got just a sick fucking poster that I got from this artist, and I'm really fucking pumped to see it, and I cannot wait to put this bitch in a frame and get it up on the wall. On the other side over there in the office, where I got the fucking alien stuff and the Doom stuff, baby, and all the other weird shit. Dude, Shawnee Fuller's in the house. Yo, what up, Bone Cold? What up, Sean Fuller? How the fuck you doing? That's Mr. Slasher Stashers himself right there. Of course, if y'all aren't a member of that group, get the fuck on his group in Facebook. But I am congratulating him on taking a further, even better step, as he's just a fucking wizard of this community. Sean Fuller has started up an actual online store slanging that hot, horror, beautiful shit, man. So, and you know, the cool thing that makes him more unique than just kind of the standard, here's our storefront, you can, you know, buy like the latest and greatest that's coming out, you can do pre-orders, you can do all that. But Mr. Fuller lives down in the heart of fucking Texas, which means that he has the opportunity of going to all these fucking dope-ass little signings and conventions, weird hole-in-the-wall fucking gatherings and stuff. I mean, not just TCM, but a lot of other stuff. But so on his website, he's also selling one-off type pieces and collectibles that generally what I've been seeing is like pieces that he's gone out and got signed and stuff, you know, and of course he backs it up with fucking pictures and all that type of shit. So fucking shout out to him, man. I think it's just so sick, dude. I love to see where like the homies from this whole fucking horror community have kind of evolved into as the time has gone by, because, you know, I mean, you just can't keep doing the same fucking thing forever, right? I mean, you gotta add a little variety, you gotta keep things a little interesting, you gotta spice it up in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? You can't just collect TCM forever. Fuck that. Yes, you can, baby. Yes, you can. TCM the sauce. Family, motherfucker. Goddamn right. Dude, Mr. Sean Shangle's in the house. What up, dude? Circle Jerk Gang. Jesus Christ. Like I said, just got done watching Eric's Secret Stash. That's my fucking homie. Kicking it down, Mr. Southern Gentleman, the Irishman himself. So once again, I just last plug for them. Follow Eric's Secret Stash if you guys don't fucking know by now, for Christ's sake, because you know what? Him and Vanna, they're like the most fucking honest, good goddamn people left out in this fucking place. And if you need to grow your collections, baby, that's a good way to do it. Or hit up Slasher Stashers. Two very viable fucking options to get your horror shit going on, baby. So, Jade says, my neckish of the woods. Fuck yeah. Yeah, where are you from, Jade? I don't even think I ever asked you that. Michael Toss says, the book didn't come in yet, did it? It did not come in yet. I expect it to come in early next week, and I will be showcasing that as well, because it's one of the smartest... I don't mean that in a mean way. I was going to say it's one of the smartest ideas you've ever had. I don't mean it like that, but I thought it was a very clever thing to do, is that Mr. Michael Toth has pressed out some very limited edition coloring books of his artwork and his drawings and stuff. So all the custom, like, you know, skateboards and stuff that he's done, he's compiled them into this sick ass fucking limited run coloring book with a COA and all this type of shit. So like all of the fucking TCM pieces that he's been doing for Brett Wagner and the Doomsday Crypt that I've just been fucking coming in my pants over and I just didn't get a chance to buy, it's now available in a book format, and my stupid ass can fucking get all liquored up and start doodling with the fucking kids, you know what I'm saying? So dude, shout out again to Mr. Michael Toth, because he's fucking keeping shit interesting as a goddamn artist, dude. That's what I fucking love about you motherfuckers, because you are the reason my collection is unique, baby. Ain't nobody's looks like this because of people like Michael Toth. People like fucking Mr. Kyle Brady hooking me up. Bitch, look at that shit. I'm still fucking blown away that somebody would be so kind and so nice to 3D print and make me my fucking TCM logo. Look at that shit, bitch. It's so dope, dude. I'm always just blown away with how fucking cool and kind and loving everybody is in this fucking space that we fucking, all kind of reside in virtually. Whatever the fuck you want to say, you know what I'm saying? Cool Baines, he says, Michael Toff, the swag like that one with the chain around it so much that he needed them all the same. You know what? That's because he has exquisite tastes, such as myself, such as you, and why wouldn't he? I mean, for Christ's sake, it's beautiful. Well, again, hold on. Which one? There it is. Look at this. Look at this fucking board. Again, I wish I had my fucking blacklight out right now because then you guys could see it really fucking start popping off. Jesus Christ. I love that booty, baby. Oh my God, it's my most favorite fucking shot of the goddamn original TCM. And that was the reason why I commissioned this with him, is because I was looking around and I love that shot so much. But I don't have that represented on anything. I don't have, a fucking 8x10 of that. I don't have an autograph on that, which is like, why the fuck do I not? So that's when I said, dude, I got a fucking great idea for you. Here's what I want. At first, I was spewing out stupid ideas where I'm trying to cram 9 fucking things all into it at once. And bless your fucking heart, Michael. He's like, all right, I got you, man. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, this is going to look psycho. Like, fuck that, dude. Let's dial it back. Let's hold on a second. Let's reel her back in. And let's just do that, man. And he fucking ran with it. And I'm so fucking happy, dude. So I can't wait to fucking remodel back here because that's what's going to be happening soon. I've had this now for, close to a couple of years when I moved in and all that shit. And now just with the cool pieces that I've acquired over these couple of years, I cannot wait to just kind of fucking redo it, baby. So, yeah, dude, it's going to be sick, man. And it's almost making me kind of think, like, and I hate to say it because, I've always been so possessive of like my collection and everything that I've always gotten. I always just fucking, it was like hungry hippo shit, just everything that had TCM on it, I'm fucking taking it, I'm buying it. Even if I had it, I was buying it again. I was having fucking like 11 of the same figures. Like, what's wrong with you? You fucking fat fucker? Like, Jesus Christ. So, I started, weaning off a little bit of that, selling some of that shit. But, now it's like, maybe I am okay with parting with some of the stuff because it's like, my biggest concern always with collecting and getting too much was that I didn't want it to look like hoarder-ish. And that's why I always really wanted to stick with like one franchise, because I just thought if this whole room was just a mishmash of fucking Jason and Freddy and Art, and all this stuff, that I just thought like it wasn't going to make any sense and it was just going to look like just too full and, whatever. Some people can pull it off. But I just think like for me, like just sitting down here, even when like the camera's not on and just like, enjoying the collection, looking, I think it would have just been too much, man. So now that I got, just so much stuff, I think I might be okay with kind of starting to part with a few things. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it ain't something I got doubles with, cause now it's like, now I can just really kind of choose and pick the most favorite shit, because I mean now I've got like in front of me I got the big fucking the Jemmy animatronic Leatherface, and he's fucking amazing. But now it's like, he's in front of a bunch of shit and all that stuff behind him, kind of like, well, maybe I should let that shit go. I don't know, man. So you never know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Maybe you're gonna see another Mega Powers auction with me and homie Shango. Maybe I might even do a fucking razzle every once in a while and just throw out like a nice fucking piece. I'm not fucking sure. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna do something, or I'm not gonna do anything at all because fuck it. But the options are there, and I think what's really going to kick that off and make that decision is when I decide to remodel in here. Because maybe then all of a sudden I'm gonna realize, all right, I really don't have room for this, and I'm not so crazy about the 6-inch figures as much anymore or something like that. But we'll fucking see, man. It's all good. It's whatever I want to do. That's the thing. It's like there's no fucking pressure. There's no pressing issues that's like motivating or forcing me to do that by any means. So, it is what it is. But I'm just fucking speaking my mind. That's just kind of where I'm at. So again, I hate, when all of a sudden I put up some, like a TCM piece and everybody goes, oh, what are you selling your collection now? What are you getting rid of it? You're pulling out of the game? Fuck you. Doesn't matter. What if I am, bitch? Doesn't matter. I'm not, but fuck yourself, first and foremost. Mr. Shango says, that's exactly where I'm at as well, man. I've sat here and considered what I have that I'm not 100% in love with and to let it go. Options are nice. Exactly, and that's the thing, too. And, the nice thing, and again, this isn't like a concrete, don't take this as sound financial advisement. But, when you collect stuff, it is kind of like a little savings account, right? I mean, it's like you're spending your fucking hard-earned money on these pieces, but you can in turn sell them and fucking liquidate them. Granted, somebody wants to buy it. Maybe you bought a bunch of shit that nobody cares about. And then also too, I mean, that's not like anything's a guarantee that you're like, gonna come up on your investment, especially, for a lot of us that bought shit a couple of years ago in the height of COVID. Most of your fucking shit is not worth that anymore, which I've come to terms with too, because that's like most of the shit here. So, that also might be a little bit as to why I might not sell some of it. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know. 401k collections. Fuck yeah, exactly, dude. What the fuck? But I will tell you, if there's anything that is sound investment in the world of collecting, statues is where it's fucking at, man. Time and time again, I cannot believe the value on statues. Like, so if you can get in on that fucking pre-order before they come out and you get that limited edition ones, these fucking companies are the devil nowadays because they'll do payment plans with you, like interest-free payment plans. So it's like while you fucking, put down your deposit, make payments, that bitch still ain't coming out for like 9 months. So it's like, dude, you just fucking pay that shit off. And then all of a sudden, what you didn't think you could afford, like $1,000 statue, now you fucking can, dude. Those sick bastards. It's fucking happened to me, okay? There's that Leatherface 2003 Thomas Hewitt. I got that silver fucking whatever, the high limited edition one. I just finished paying that thing off, and that ain't coming out until like Q4 of this year. But you know what, man? It's like, shit, dude. It didn't disrupt the finances that much. So, I mean, fucking kudos to them for thinking about that. And it's smart that they've done it that way and they're not running it through some third party financing. What the fuck? Like, you get some dental work done, you can't pay for it all. They give you some fucking third party credit card thing, it ain't like that at all, man. It's straight up through their website, at least for like the ones I've been dealing with, which is like the PCS statue collectibles. Is that what it is? And Sideshow does it too. So those little fucking bastards, they've found a way into opening their target market for the cheap fuckers like me that can't afford it. They go, well, hold on now, you kind of can afford it. You just make these payment plans, okay, man? And anyway, it's fucking sick, dude. Still waiting on that TCM 03. Yeah, dude, it's coming. Like I said, I think it's Q4 is the release date on there. Granted, it doesn't get pushed off or anything, but it looks so fucking sick, dude. And it's like I forget what they term it, but it's multi materialed statue. So it's like, it's regular whatever the material of the statue is, but then I think it's gonna have like real fucking hair, on it, and just the goddamn detail on this fucking thing is just so sick. And then what I don't know if I don't know if I'm the only one, but one thing I really, really get off on with these statues are the bases for some of these ones. Like the Sideshow original Killing Mask one that I got here, the base is so fucking intricate and detailed and just, I mean, it's its own focal point. The statue itself is fucking amazing too. I mean, it's just an incredible compliment to the statue itself. I mean, it's like, again, here, plug myself right in the asshole. Check out my fucking earlier podcast where I did the unboxing on that thing if you want to see what the fuck I'm talking about. So check that shit out. Again, check out the fucking YouTube page. Where the fuck is it? Right there. Subscribe if you haven't. That's where I backlog all the fucking episodes. If you can't hang out with me on these lives right now and chit chat and do the social hour, that's fine, baby. Come check out the fucking YouTube page. That's the real home base where you can find all this shit. Again, subscribe, all that. It's fucking greatly appreciated. But yeah, I did an unboxing on that because that is still one of my ultimate fucking grails that I was chasing down for years and years and years, and I finally got it thanks to my homie Andy K, who was parting with some of his stuff. I won't get into that, but he was able to hook me up on a really nice deal with that thing, dude. So But yeah, with that '03, that Thomas Hewitt, the bass is goddamn beautiful. And I'm gonna tell you what is not beautiful, which my homie Moose Lodge just brought it to my attention with a post. I don't know what fucking company it is, but there is like a new ghost face, like a 1/3 scale like statue or something that's just coming out for pre-order. And that bitch is like, in the thousands of dollars. But the base on it is the most basic bitch ugly fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about here in the chat. But it's like a fucking square of like blue crushed velvet color. Just flat. Dude, it's just a flat fucking square. Like, that's it. There's no depth to it. It doesn't have like, Scream on the fucking front, like a little placard or something. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That's the part that's pissing me the fuck off, is that, like, these companies that are coming out with these super expensive pieces, they're pandering to us. It's hook, line, and sinker. We can't help but fucking buy it. But if you're going to do that to us, you better give us the greatest fucking version of whatever the fuck you're going to make. Because if you also, the statue looks great. It's got good accessories. Everything's great. But then they fucking just piss their pants on the fucking base. What the fuck is wrong with you? Am I wrong here? I don't think so. I think it's fucking horseshit, dude. 1/2 scale or half scale ghost face. Yeah. What the fuck, man? I don't know. I just, luckily I'm not a fucking Scream collector. But if I was, I'd be fucking pissed, dude. What is this garbage, man? I tell you what, though, if that was me and if that was my collection, I'd still be getting it. In the way, again, the price point, okay, let me just say, if I was going to get it, I would be hand in hand talking with a custom artist to 3D print or sculpt me a custom base that I would set that bitch right on top of or something to do it justice. Because, again, it's just like, dude, these statues are gorgeous. They're beautiful. They're huge. And then you're going to fall flat on just some dumb little fucking base like that. I don't know what the fuck their problem is, so... I have tons of collector edition games going back as far as PS2, all new, but I can't let them go, says Michael Todd. Dude, I hear you, man. It's fucking... some people, they can rotate their stuff and it doesn't, it doesn't break their heart, and that's cool. I'm kind of fucking envious. I'm also kind of not, because in the long run, I think I would regret getting rid of, some stuff, and then especially if it was like hard to get it back again. But then some people, I can just let it go and it's like not a big deal. To me, it's like getting rid of my babies, man. I'm just like, fuck. I had homie Sean Heim hit me up when Shango and I were doing the Mega Powers auction, like 2-3 weeks ago. And he was getting in my ear about a certain Gunnar Hansen signed Chainsaw Confidential hardcover, man. And I was just like, dude, he like asked you on the spot, and I'm like, I haven't even fathomed or entertained the idea of like parting ways with that, and I'm like, kind of like froze up. I got scared. I got nervous. I got kind of defensive, but in a healthy way, I let him go. I let it go because I knew that he was a fucking good collector. He was going to appreciate the shit out of it. And to be fucking honest, I've got a few Gunnar Hansen autographs. You know what I mean? And that one was in a fucking hardcover. It was on the inside, so it's like even with the display, you didn't see that it was signed. But I knew. But anyway, so I'm just trying to kind of, I'm just therapeutically, trying to counsel myself and go through some fucking, some goddamn counseling on how it's okay to let some things go, and it doesn't have to be the shitty low end stuff, like you can let go a nice piece. Because, you're going to get some money for it for sure. But then the part where it's making me more happy and okay with it is that it's going to another person that is like a dope fucking collector too. And they're just like, I would love to fucking have that piece. It's just like when you show me some, like that kind of love towards, something that I just see that it means a lot to you. Like that to me is cool, man. Because then it's like, I don't want to sound full of myself whatsoever or just assume, but it's like, then that piece lives in their collection. And I think that whenever he looks at that, there's a backstory to that then all of a sudden, right? It's just like, hey man, I got that from Stoney and, this is, blah, blah, blah. I just, to me, when I got a backstory on some pieces, it makes it that much more fucking interesting and like meaningful to me, right? I do my fair share of fucking buying on eBay and all this type of shit. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, again, like this fucking the sideshow statue from Andy, dude. I mean, that's a fucking. I mean that there's just love behind that, man. And on top of that, so I think I fucking fireworks blaring outside. Every once in a while, I think a fucking mouse is running around in here or something, man. This is an old-ass fucking house we're in, but no, dude, 4th of July is coming up, baby. Everybody's getting crazy. We'll pivot to that, man, because I just went out to old Wisconsin a few days ago to get my fucking ass some fireworks, too, for the festivities coming up this week. Because, you know what? As much as I love the old great state of Minnesota, we're kind of fucked in the head with some of these old-timey fucking laws and stuff, dude. Like, up until, like, the last 10 years, you couldn't buy liquor on a Sunday. Like, just kind of like just weird stuff, right? But Minnesota is fucked with fireworks, and it's rather insulting as a goddamn American, as a goddamn adult. But it's like, you can buy fireworks in Minnesota as long as there's no what do they call it? Like a report on it, as long as nothing that explodes, right? So you can't get firecrackers, bottle rockets, mortars, Roman candles, any of that shit. Anything that bangs. So it's like, what are you left with, right? Stupid little fucking fountains that, shoot some colors, a little snap pops, a little sparklers, I mean, like, what the fuck? That's what we have? That's what we get? Little jumping jacks, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, and it's no big deal if you live close to the fucking border. You can go hop across there and stuff. I used to live in Duluth, and that was like on the fucking border in the port up there. So you'd fucking buzz right across the bridge to Wisconsin. Shit, when we were smoking cigarettes like idiots back in the day, smokes were way cheaper over there, and booze, dude. So we would hop over there. It would take you 5 fucking minutes. And goddamn, I kind of took that for granted, man, because the further I've moved into Minnesota and like down in the cities area, I mean, it's still, luckily, it's only, a 45-minute hour drive to get there, so it's not that big of a fucking deal. But, also when you want something, it's a little bit more of a fucking logistical thing. And so anyway, so our neighbors to the east and to the west of us, it's fucking anything goes over there, baby. So, quick drive over to Wisconsin with the family. I got a nice little package there. I got some fucking mortars, some Roman candles. I got some Saturn missiles, some firecrackers, all the good shit, man. Got the kids all their fun fucking shit. They go crazy for the goddamn, the little army men parachute fucking things you blow off in the air, 200 feet up and shit. So I'm fucking excited about that because last year, the timing it fucking 4th of July was like there before I knew it. And all of a sudden, like, I didn't kind of bank up any money to go buy it or whatever, so we just bought some bullshit from like the Minnesota side store, and and it just sucked. I mean, the kids liked it okay, but I like to fucking, dude, mortars for me are just like the fucking goddamn super favorite. I just love blowing them bitches off. And where we live here, the parking lot driveway area that I have, it's a monstrous fucking, I swear it's probably a 30 by 30, if not a 40 by 40 pad, right? It's like a parking lot back there. So I've got a perfect launching pad right there, fucking clear cut, no trees in the way and any of that shit. So Daddy's putting on a hell of a show this fucking year, I tell you what. And I'm going to give them neighbors all around here a goddamn good show too. I'm fucking excited about it, man. It's just, it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite fucking holidays for sure, dude. And I'm really excited this year because the boy, he's somewhere on the fucking spectrum somewhere and when he was growing up, he's 7 now, but when he was younger, sounds seemed to bother him, some loud noises. He's always kind of plugging his ears a lot and stuff like that. So the fireworks weren't really a thing that he was like really digging into when it was them loud, just fucking explosions and shit. But when we got back the other day, I peeled off a couple of fucking firecrackers from the brick, and I grabbed a lighter, and I would go, come here, buddy, come here, and he's standing by me. I go, stand back a little bit, and, and he didn't really know what I was up to. I just wanted to kind of surprise him, not in an asshole way. I didn't, like, throw it at him. I mean, I threw it away from us, but I lit it and threw it, and it, pop, and it was loud. He was like, oh, and I saw, like, it startled him, but then, like, this fucking, like, yeah, look on it, and he goes, oh, he was so excited. He's such an all-American fucking male. I love it, dude. He is just like, he is smash 'em up, rough, tumble, fucking he loves carnage. He loves, just fucking gun blazing. He loves Transformers. I just dig it, man. He's just an animal. And now all of a sudden seeing how excited he was about that, and now he won't shut the fuck up about it. Daddy, we do fireworks tonight? I'm like, dude, just hold on, man. 4th of July's coming. But so now I'm excited, dude. I think the fucking Saturn missiles, just the chaos. He's gonna fucking love it, man. It's a half scale Ghostface. He said 132 a month for 6 months. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like fuck. Michael Toss says, here in PA we get tons of fireworks stores, but people with PA license can't buy stuff, only out of staters. See, what is with this weird fucking what is the logic behind that? What I cannot even understand why. I mean, right? Yeah, you can buy them in our state, but not if you live in the state. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck is wrong? It's just like politically, you just kind of wish the adults would come back in the room. I feel like, and again, these laws, like that one you're talking about, Top, ain't brand new, I guarantee you. That's just how it's been for a long time. So this statement doesn't really support all of this, but just in general, it's just like, I'm ready for people to make sense again. You know what I mean? Like, we need to stop bending over fucking backwards for all this weird bullshit nonsense garbage and get back to fucking sensibility, get back to brass tacks. I think the adults need to get back in the room and tell the fucking children, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, baby, you got it. No, shut the fuck up. No, the adults are back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable, man. And and I was watching that fucking, I mean, who was watching the presidential debate? I mean, that was just goddamn, what a fuck show that was. Holy Christ. It's just like you knew going into it, it wasn't going to be good news. Like Biden, you are not going to fare well up against crazy ass Trump. You know what I mean? Like, dude, he's gonna light you up, dude. And and the speculation was like, what version of Biden were we gonna get? Because if they were gonna give us the fucking Adderall, methamphetamine, fucking whatever they juiced his ass up with during the State of the Union, that would be the best case scenario Biden that we could have seen. He was fucking fired up and blah, blah, blah. But no, dude, that's not what we got. That's not what we got at all, dude. We got just the fucking embarrassing, stumbling, mumbling fucking president, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? Jesus Christ. And yeah, dude, Trump lit him up, man. It was fucking nuts. And I was pretty impressed watching how well Trump honestly did for how far he flies off the cuff, and he can just, stamper over you and all this shit. Dude, he was like calm, cool, and collected. I think just because he just knew, like, I got this shit, man. Like CNN, they pitched him, Trump, the debate rules and all that, and it was like, you can't seek counsel, from anybody. There's gonna be like no notes. We're gonna mute the mics. There's not gonna be a crowd. They did this laundry list of like, if you're gonna debate, here's what you have to agree to, because they didn't think he was gonna agree to that shit. And then also he's like, okay, and they're like, oh okay. And CNN's like, just they're such a dying network that this is like their last hurrah. And they were doing crazy shit too about like the broadcasting, like they weren't allowing any podcasts or like alternative media to broadcast it or something like that. And like, it was fucking weird, man. It was really fucking weird. And there was like commercials, and there's never been commercials during the debates. That was kind of fucked up. But dude, everybody saw, man, and we saw the current state of who the fucking president is, and that shit is just, God, is it just, my knee jerk is to say it was embarrassing, but it's just sad, dude. It's really fucking sad. I mean, it's like, dude, if that was my grandpa, as the family, you would never let your grandfather go up and do that, and and just, you're too old. You can't do that anymore. You're getting on the end of your life, man. You're whatever he may have, an onset of dementia or whatever the fuck. It's really sad, and it's not his fault. It ain't your fault, man. That's just what happens. The mind deteriorates, the body deteriorates. but you shouldn't be running the fucking one of the biggest fucking countries in the world. I mean, for fuck's sake. And it's not like Trump is some spring chicken either. We got two fucking 80-year-old geezers up there fucking debating who's got a better golf swing and shit. Like, what the fuck? But you know what? Between the two, I'd take Trump any fucking day, because that guy at least is fucking, he's he's got some spitfire to him. He's not afraid to fucking be a hard ass, and like that's kind of what we fucking need, man, and it's like, god damn, dude. So the craziest thing about now seeing all that was that you can see now that the fucking marching orders for all of the fucking mainstream media, liberal side, they've gotten the cue that now it's switched, because prior to that fucking debate, it was that, how dare you say he's too old for office and this and this and this, and it's all, lock and step, they're all, it's the same shit. But then all of a sudden after that debate, you could tell the fucking orders went out and they've all turned on him. And so, it's like, okay, so what are we going to do here? Democrats, right? We can't run this guy anymore. So the first hurdle is, are we able to, behind closed doors, talk to Joe Biden and say, you cannot run? And, hopefully he just comes to terms and says, I'm too old. You're right. I'll step down. Let's put somebody else in. But then the second hurdle, potentially, or not potentially, but I mean, it's a hurdle right now until you see how it's laid out, is that Kamala Harris cannot be the replacement, dude. They have been hiding her like fucking crazy, because what a disaster she is, dude. So hopefully she's got enough lick of sense, or a lack of sense, to just be like, okay, yeah, I'll step aside. But she could really, really, really play a wild card in this whole thing, where she could play the fucking card of like, no, I'm not stepping down. Oh, they want a woman of color just to step down. See, they're doing this to us all the time again, and then she could, I mean, holy fuck, she could open up a can of worms, dude. But if they can get Biden and Harris to step down, they're going to pivot. They're going to put in fucking Gavin Newsom. I mean, that guy is a fucking loser douchebag, but he is the perfect candidate on their side. I mean, he's perfect at running a massive state into the fucking ground. I mean, he's got the look. He's got the fucking, he can talk. He's everything right to be on that ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the only like fucking fighting chance that they have to run against Trump at this fucking moment. Because after that goddamn debate, dude, it was worse than we had all fucking thought it was going to go. I mean, at least some, I'm sure a lot of the Republican side were like, yeah, we were waiting for this. I mean, again, we all kind of fucking knew the writing on the wall, but holy fuck. Daniel, you have a 1/6 Leatherface remake tots for sale. I do not. I would highly encourage you to visit my friends at the Last Toy Store, Lauren and Chris Abshire. I'm going to put in the chat right now for you their store or their Facebook. Here we go. Check them out, Daniel. They're great fucking people. I believe that they probably have them for sale still. I know that they've got... they're doing razzles all the time, and they seem to have some extra inventory of that. I'm not going to speak on their behalf, but check them out. They've got a website as well. Legit motherfucking people. They should probably have what you need, dude. I have one. It's open and it's displayed, and it's never leaving here. So, but that's definitely a good way to go. So shout out to the Last Toy Store again. I was fucking stroking them all night last night when I was opening up and reviewing the last of the 3 1/6 scale tots figures, which I did the TCM 3 Leatherface last night. And again, they just fucking knocked it out of the park, dudes. Daniel, I highly recommend fucking getting it if you're in question about it at all. A fucking amazing figure. All 3 of them. And again, I highly recommend. I got to keep learning to plug this. I've done podcast episode reviews. Each one has gotten its own specific episode. So I go really far into depth about it. I'm showing you the packaging. I'm showing you all the accessories, the unboxing, all the fucking every bit of it, the articulation, just the looks of it, kind of comparing it to, how screen accurate and whatever. Yeah, Daniel, you're very welcome. And hey, and let them know that I sent you. Tell them that Stoney sent you. I love spreading the love. Again, I get no kickback from them or anything like that. I'm not a salesman for them. It's not about that. But it's all love, baby. It's all love. So hit them up, and they got a million good fucking things too. Goddamn, we're going to show you, Daniel. This is their logo here. Is the last toy store. Again, they're fucking amazing people. Lauren and Chris, they're a young family with I think they got 3 kids, 2 or 3 little peanuts. They're beautiful fucking people. I tell you what, dude. That Chris, he is one handsome motherfucker with a beard that's like 10 times longer, skinnier, more handsome man than I am. He's that much better than I am, but that's okay. And Lauren, she's gorgeous. She's amazing. They're both really good people. So, and they've got their own group and stuff too. So check them out, man. I can't talk good enough about my fucking homies around here, dude. And again, Sean Fuller, Slasher Stashers, a beautiful, amazing man too. Him and Michelle are just awesome people. If you need any pointers or tips about how do you immerse yourself in the collector community of the horror online realm, reach out to me, man. I'll point you in the right directions of the cool motherfuckers that I hang out with, because there's a lot of shitheads out there, and there's a lot of shitty fucking groups that's a bunch of high school bullshit, garbage drama, and I don't like to be a part of that shit at all, dude. So I can help you fucking navigate through that a little bit if you'd like. Again, if you need to know, hey man, where's the dope ass fucking auctions, such as fucking Eric's Secret Stash that was just on earlier tonight. I can show you where all that stuff's at, baby. So I can also even show you where to get yourself some fucking hot, sexy Space Corps podcast merch, baby. The merch store is open. I got podcast shit for the Space Corps. I even got Stoney's TCM Museum of Minnesota stuff. I even got some goofball throwback shit, man. Right there's the dinner guest, classic fucking infamous night. I got posters from some of our real special fucking live events, dude. There's even the old original Stone Cold's Waffle House shirt I got up there, dude. Limited time for some of that stuff. Even some posters, dude, like right there. That's from the beef from Brett and us and the Circle Jerk gang. Even got like the Mega Powers auction fucking posters, dude. Lots of good ass shit. So jot down that fucking link up there, spacecorpspodcast.printify.me. Check out that shit. I'd greatly appreciate it. Anything that is purchased on there, any bit of that revenue goes right back into the podcast here, so I can get better fucking cameras. What I'm really gunning for now, what's pissing me off the more I kind of critique what the fuck I'm doing here, I got to get a better microphone. This is just horse shit. So I've got my eye on a really nice Shure microphone. I'm looking at doing that, and then again, boosting Wi-Fi, just better fucking everything, right? I know Jade keeps she's in my ear about getting some fucking ring circle light thing. I think that's what them bitches on the Instagram that are at the fucking gyms working out with their ass cheeks. So maybe that's what I gotta do. We'll find out, man. Any tips, anything like that, again, taking in sponsors, all that type of shit. If you got stuff that you want to send in, we'll unbox it here, all that type of shit. We can do some partnerships with anybody. If you got a business, if you're a fucking artist, whatever you want to do, hit me up. As long as you are something that I'm interested in, I'll speak good about you, baby. That's all it is, But if you're some garbage bullshit something, I don't fuck with it. So, again, it's fucking Saturday, bitch. Let's do this, baby. I've been finally winning a goddamn battle at this house with fixing up this old motherfucker. So check this bullshit out, right? It's taken 2 years to finally come to a conclusion, or at least getting on the hump of a conclusion. We've hit the climax, the sexy fucking climax. But, it's been a monstrously disruptive issue that we've had in this house ever since we moved in, and it's finally getting resolved. So, this house that we moved into, it's an old ass kind of rundown old Victorian home, right? It's huge. But it's got a lot of character, a lot of charm, everything that the wife loves. She loves all the fucking the old, the woodwork, and the old fireplace mantles, like built in 1904. It's fucking sweet, man. It's rough. We couldn't afford this kind of a fucking place if it was nice looking, but we're fucking plugging away at it. We're definitely some hands-on people, and we love to fix shit up. So, one of the most appealing things to my wife was that all of the bedrooms are on the second floor. So everybody's all together, and we just love that. And then there's on the second floor, there's also a bathroom, and there was a shower. The shower does not have a tub, which was kind of a big problem for us for longevity, because we got young ass kids, we got a baby that was on the way. The baby's here. There was no death, no nothing. That kind of sounded weird. Baby's born. Evelyn's doing great. But so we knew, we're like, okay, there's a shower up there. We're gonna want to switch that out to a tub and shower, blah blah blah. But that's whatever. So when we first bought this house, we ended up staying in an Airbnb for like a week and a half while we had the main level. We pulled up the old nasty 70s shag carpets because there was original hardwood floors underneath. And so for the first week and a half, we stayed at this little Airbnb while I hired a company to come and refinish the floors. Sand them, refinish it, restore it to its former fucking glory. And we couldn't stay here while that was happening because, with all that fucking, with all the dust and, the sanding and shit, my wife was pregnant. I got, young kids. Nobody can be breathing in that shit, right? So we stayed in this fucking, this Airbnb. And then while that was going on, I also had an HVAC guy come in and replace the furnace in the attic. So this place is so fucking big that there's two furnaces in this bitch, right? There's one in the basement, and that heats the basement and the main level. And then for the second level, there's a furnace up in the attic that heats the second level, right? Well, it was old as piss. It hadn't been used in a long time. So I was getting that swapped out, and then while we were at it, I had them install an air conditioning unit up there too. There's an AC unit that's on the ground level outside, but again, that's just like the main furnace. The AC cools off the basement and the main level. There was never an AC unit to cool off the upper level, which is where we're all sleeping. I found a pile of old fucking air conditioning units up in the attic, right? So that's how they at least cooled off the upper level. Fuck that, right? So I said, you know what? While I'm replacing the furnace upstairs, let's do a combo, because usually if you buy two of them, buy those two hand in hand, you get the best deal, right? So while we were staying at this Airbnb, we're getting the fucking hardwood floors refinished. I also had the furnace swapped out and a new AC unit installed, right? So I'm telling all this backstory because now, fast forward to 2 years later, it's all making sense, and it was the most unfortunate timing on how this worked out, right? So we go back to a week and a half after living in the Airbnb. It was time for us to move in here. We had been through the fucking ringer, right? My fucking wife is pregnant. We got two young kids. School started down here in a brand new town. All this stuff. We were staying, living in this tiny 2-bedroom basement little Airbnb thing. We were ready to get into our house, right? We're ready for our fucking home. So we moved in, and whatever. So this is like September. It's still fucking hot, and so the first day goes by, and then all of a sudden it's like 8:00 at night, and it's time to start getting everybody in the showers and bathed up and ready for bed and stuff. And Lauren kind of looks at me, and she goes, Dad, you want to take the first shower? Kind of christen the house. I said, fuck yeah. So I grab my towel and I go, I'm in the upstairs bathroom that's right next to all our bedrooms, and I go to turn on the fucking the shower, and we had the house inspected and all that shit too, right? And all of a sudden I'm waiting for the fucking hot water to come out, and it ain't getting hot, and I'm like, oh fuck. We're already stressed out and shit. So I'm like, fuck. So I jumped in and I just took this ice bath fucking shower, and I was just like, fuck. Because the only other shower in this place is all the way in the goddamn basement. Now, again, this is a big ass fucking old Victorian home. And it's like I say, it's run down. It was gross. It hadn't been lived in a few years. So everything was really dirty and gross and whatever. And another thing that we did when we were in the Airbnb is I hired a little cleaning company to at least clean a couple of the main areas, the living areas, right? I had like the kitchen cleaned and the bathroom upstairs cleaned. Well, I didn't have them clean the fucking basement bathroom because, why would we? And down in the basement, man, it's like this gross fucking old 80s like jacuzzi tub thing, and you're like, dude, you don't even know what the fuck's in those jacuzzi lines. It's probably just fucking black mold death or whatever. So all of a sudden it's fucking 8:00 at night, our first night there, and all of a sudden, fuck, there's no goddamn heat, no hot water. And so we're like, fuck. So
Lauren, she's grabbing fucking bleach and, and her rubber gloves and her cleaning kit and hoofing it all the way downstairs to scrub out the fucking bathtub, in the shower so we can at least bathe the babies, right? So for the last 2 years, we haven't been able to use the shower upstairs because there's no fucking hot water. And I sat and troubleshoot a lot of shit. The fucking water in this town is pretty hard. We go through a lot of fucking softener salt, and there's a lot of fucking mineral deposits and all this shit. So, I tore open the fucking head, the cartridge filter. I thought, hey, maybe the hot water side's plugged, because I get hot water in the faucet of the upstairs bathroom, right? So I couldn't figure it out, dude. Hot water not coming out of the fucking shower, but right over in the sink, hot water. Okay, so I'm just like, there's something plugged up in the lines, or there's just something, and so could turn up the hot water tank, right? Well, again, there was not even an inkling of hot water coming out of that shower. It was just straight cold water line. And so, after we've been living here for a while, it's all hardwood floors. It's a ton of steps. It's all this. My wife, she's got rheumatoid arthritis, and it attacks her joints. It's really fucking hard on her body. It's one of those autoimmune diseases. It's like incurable. So it's something she's just got to learn to live with. And all of a sudden that started really, we finally found out and got her diagnosed with that. And so now the idea of her having to go all the way from the upstairs, down kind of the hardwood grand stairs, and then down the steep stairs into the basement, and then all the way back up and up and up and down a million times a day, hauling the fucking baby around and the kids and this. Dude, it's so taxing on her body, And so, it's now become apparent that I really need to remodel that bathroom upstairs. I got to get it up and running, right? So we've got this new, not new, but we found this cool old antique clawfoot tub, and all of a sudden, January, I started demoing the fucking bathroom. And, okay, so Sean Stanley, so, I saw a brother from another mother. What's up, man? How are you? Yeah, so, dude, you could turn up, okay, so, yep, that not happening, right? Is there 2 tanks in the house? Which is a great fucking question. So here's where it gets fucking interesting, right? Because like I say, now I fully understand what happened, and you could have never just guessed how this worked out. So I go to demo the bathroom upstairs. It's a shower shell, and then to the left of it is like a built-in shelf cabinet thing, to fill in the extra space of the wall, right? So I tear out that fucking cabinet or whatever, the shelf system, and behind that fucking thing, I discovered a tankless electric hot water heater. Powered on. Also, I pull out the last fucking, the wood panel, the false back behind it. And then all of a sudden I'm staring at this fucking Bosch tankless fucking hot water heater mounted on the wall. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? And so all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, like what this was here the whole fucking time? I said, this could have been the issue. So I look at it and it's lit up. And, so I cranked it up. And all of a sudden I'm like, maybe that's all it was. Like, it was dialed down all the way, right? But it was still on, right? So it was like, I can't remember what the temp range got down to, but still wouldn't have been ice cold. So I left it alone for a while, and then I went to go crank on the shower, and still nothing. And I was like, God damn it. I was just like, could it be this easy? Could it be this fucking easy? And so it still wouldn't come up. But then I start reading about it, and I look it up, and this unit is still current. It's like sold at Home Depot, right? So I looked, and there is maintenance shit on these tankless water heaters. Like, once a year, you're supposed to fucking flush it out and clean out these little filters in there. And again, the fucking mineral deposits and stuff here could be just plugged up, so it might be a simple, easy fucking, thing, right? So now here's the final conclusion of it, right? He says, I knew it. But then the idea was like, why can't I get this thing to run, right? So I work for an electrical company. I work, so I'm the tool manager for our corporation. I'm the building maintenance facility manager. So I have the access to hundreds of electricians, right? And so I called up one of my guys, Sam, who's a couple of towns over from me, and I said, dude, will you come check this out for me? I don't think it's hooked up right, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he comes over and we start looking at it. He brings a circuit tracer over, and he's got his meters. And so what I soon discover is that this hot water heater, is a beast of a motherfucker. It takes 3 separate breakers, 30 amp breakers, to power this bitch, because it's got to fire up and it creates hot water on demand. It's tankless, so it doesn't heat up this whole fucking tank of water, right? It's on the spot, fucking hit it. So it takes 3 30 amp breakers, right? And so we go down in the panel and he starts looking around, and all of a sudden we're tracing it, and he goes, that's weird. He goes, only 2 of these are hooked into the panel. And he looks at the legend on the side of the panel. He goes, the third one should be right here. He goes, what's here? And he looks and he goes, do you have another air conditioning unit? And I said, yeah, we put in an AC unit upstairs. And he goes, well, when your guy hooked up this AC unit, he went down in the panel and there was no extra slot for another 30 amp breaker for the new air conditioning unit. So the guy took out one of the 3 30 amp hot water heater breakers and popped in that one. And I go, you got to be fucking shitting me. So we had to work it around a little bit more, because there wasn't enough slot to put in just another 30, but there was one single slot left. So what we did is I bought a tandem 15 amp breaker, and then I took out 2 regular 15 amps and popped it into just the tandem, and then I shifted everything up, and then I had enough room for that 30. So I had enough room for all 3 30s for the tankless and a 30 for the AC unit, right? So I think, and I haven't been able to conclude this because now my whole bathroom has been demoed out and I don't have, a means of just running the water. I've capped it all off. But I think this whole fucking time there was hot water. So when we first saw the house and when I got it inspected, it was completely hooked up. All 3 breakers were hooked up. Hot water was coming out. But then that first fucking week of us owning it, where we weren't staying here, that fucking AC unit got installed, the fucking 3rd breaker of the hot water got yanked, and then our first day in, it was fucking cold because it wasn't hooked up properly anymore. So what makes me really fucking mad is for 2 goddamn years, we've been gritting our fucking teeth and hoofing these kids all the way down to the fucking basement and all the way back up, where we probably had fucking hot water all along. So we're getting really fucking close now. So we got the AC up and running up there. I got those fucking hooked up. I just do the wife. So we had to relocate the drain in the bathroom to it was in the center of the floor. I had to move it over to the side so we could actually have a tub. We got that relocated. I've got the fucking water lines for the new pedestal sink relocated. We've got all the fucking walls got painted by the wife and the ceiling. I've been putting up the beadboard. So now tomorrow I got to finish up the last couple pieces of beadboard, and then I'm fucking putting the trim, and then I'm laying the flooring, and then I call my plumber, and he comes back and he's going to set the fucking sink. He's going to set the toilet, and then we're going to fucking set the tub, baby, and run some new plumbing and put a shower spout on it. And I think we're fucking done, baby. So keep your fingers crossed for your old boy Stoney, because you know what? I'm putting in a lot of fucking hours, a lot of time trying to get this house up and running, respectable and functional, baby. That's the main thing. Everything doesn't have to look pretty around here, but I just need some shit to fucking work, man, because my goddamn poor wife cannot continue to live like this, dude. It's just so goddamn rough on her. Tankless are great, says Sean. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I was skeptical about it, until I learned how much fucking juice goes into that bitch, and it fucking turbo torch, man. So I'm fucking pumped about it, man, and I'm excited that's really getting towards the end of the fucking the project, because having 3 fucking kids and and a job and all that shit, it is so hard to do fucking home projects, man, like in an efficient way. Like I said, I've been doing this since goddamn January. We're fucking half a year in and it's still not done. I mean, it's just like, dude, the fucking weekdays, you have absolutely not a chance to plug away at it. It's like by the time I get home, it's dinner time, and then it's bathing the kids, get the kids to bed, and then I got to get my ass to bed because I wake up at 3 a.m. It's just like the weekdays are shot. So you get like a glimmer of hope on the weekend to plug away on this shit. But, it's like, weekend after weekend, you gotta respect the fact that there's, I've got 4 other individuals living in this house here, and, we all gotta live, man. They all got their own fucking wants and stuff like that too, and then there's holidays and there's birthdays and all this shit. So it's just like, dude, it's just fucking been taking forever, man. But you know what? It's coming along, so fuck yeah. Put a shelter backer around the tub for your tile. Send me a link. Let me know what the fuck that means, man. I'm open to everything and anything. We are definitely living life on the frugal side, so whatever is kind of the cheaper, sensible route, we're going that way. But I also like to have it where it's still fucking quality. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to go with the most cutthroat, cheap garbage, and then all of a sudden we fuck ourselves. That's not what I'm trying to do there. So, but dude, yeah, any fucking advice from anybody, I love it. I appreciate it. I also appreciate the fact that we got a bunch of Seans in the chat right now, dude. So Sean Stanley, Sean Heim, Sean Stone, we had Sean Fuller, Sean Shango. We taking over, bitch. Holy shit. God damn, that's a lot of sexy motherfucking dudes right now. Hot damn. What would look even better, boys, is y'all get yourself some fucking podcast merch, baby. Go and get yourself some Space Corps podcast merch, some Stoney's TCM shit. I don't care what you're wearing, man. Get a trucker cap, rep the fucking show. So show some support. Fucking Sean squad up in this shit, bitch. I sell showers and flooring for a living. Dude, all right. Well, maybe we'll make a nice little trade here then. Maybe I got some more Leatherface shit to hook you up and you can fly on out. Where the fuck do you live, Sean? I should know because I shipped you something, but for fuck's sake. That's awesome, man. Again, I love the fact of just networking with people. Like, there's a lot of cool people in this fucking horror community that's like, yeah, we're all in the collecting stuff, but most of us all got fucking day jobs, man. Fucking homie Justin Harder, he is a beast at refinishing floors and shit. He was a great resource for me when we were first moving into this place and I was planning out, if we were going to sand and fucking refinish the floors our own, or if we're going to hire somebody. That dude, he is immaculate with his fucking work. He is a craftsman to the goddamn T, man. Shout out to him for sure. But yeah, dude, I dig it. I love just having a good network of people like that. So, dude, Sean, I'm probably going to hit you up with some questions and some shit that I might have, dude. I just moved. I was in Memphis next to Eric Crimmins. Now I'm living in Seattle, baby. Why'd you move to Seattle? What's out there, man? Was it job opportunities or what? Well, outside of Seattle, yeah. Well, because you're a smart man. You wouldn't live right in that fucking hellhole. But, no, I'm just kidding, man. It's just speculation. But yeah, dude, why'd you move out there, man? Is it, like fucking job work related? Do you just want to change the scenery? What the fuck's going on? We need to dig into your personal life right now. I need you to spill your fucking guts, baby. Holy shit. The espresso is gone. So now we move to the cocktails, baby. Cheers, motherfuckers. Happy goddamn Saturday. Holy fuck. Oh, my God. So, yeah, dude, the fucking home projects have just been, we've been just cooking. The smartest thing I did for the wife, because she stays at home with the kids and everybody's on fucking summer break. I got a 9 and a 7-year-old, and then our baby, she's like a year and a half old. Excuse me. The best thing I did was we bought like a cheap little $100 13-foot like inflatable pool with a little pump filter system and shit from Menards, and that's been fucking beautiful. That's like a babysitter right there. She's just been like basically in the morning, open the fucking doors, let the 2 older kids hop out there, hang out all day out there. I got a nice fucking dude. We got a kick-ass fucking summer setup out there. I tell you what, I set the wife up with like a small version of what our big garden is gonna be. So she's got her garden rocking out there. We got the pool out there. I got a nice 10x10 fucking pop-up awning that's above like a little patio table out there, so like everybody can get some shade. The fucking kids can eat their snacks and all that shit out there, and it's been pretty fucking dope, dude. So So that's been really nice for that. But what I was having problems with, so going back to this whole fucking upstairs bathroom remodel and all that stuff. So when my electrician buddy came out and we discovered all this, it was in February, right? So at that moment, I was just really, really appreciative for the fact that somebody was actually taking time out of their fucking, busy life to come out and help me out, for free and stuff. So once we kind of figured out all the issues and stuff, again, this is February in Minnesota. It was cold as shit out. We unhooked the AC unit and we reinstalled that last 30 amp breaker, for the hot water heater. And he goes, look, we can get the AC going, but you need to get that tandem breaker. You need to swap and move everything up. He goes, we can go do that right now if you want to go drive to Menards. And I'm like, dude, that's like a half hour out, half hour back, all this. I said, how about, right now I don't need the AC. It's fucking February. Let's just get the hot water thing up and running. And then, I'll worry about that later. I'll call you back and you come help me out. And he's like, cool, that sounds great. So, of course, fucking February, March, April, May, all that shit goes by. And now we're into the fucking dog days of summer, right? And fuck, does it get hot up in that upstairs. Holy shit, dude. So all of a sudden, motherfucker, I was just like, dude, it was like, it hit like 92 upstairs in that fucking upper level. Humid as a motherfucker, dude. We're all just miserable. Like, that's the heat. Like, you can't even, like, sleep in that shit. We had fans blasting. Like, everybody's, like, in their fucking underwear up there. Like, you feel like Ace Ventura trapped inside the fucking rhino. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, Sammy, I got to get you back out here, dude. We got to get this fucking AC up and running. And he's busy. And he's like, dude, he goes, why are we waiting until now? We should have been doing this earlier. And I said, I know. And so, he's like, you can do this on your own. He goes, I believe in you. And I said, really, man? So he's like, here's how you do it. So I did all the breaker rerouting and all that shit. And he's like, I'll help you troubleshoot over the phone. And I'm like, I have a multimeter here and all that shit. So me and Zelda, she's the oldest. She's 9. She's 10 now. Holy fuck, she's 10. So she was downstairs with me in the fucking panel room, and like, we killed the power, and we're there. She's holding the flashlights. We got the fucking spiders everywhere, and dude, she was a trooper, man. I was so proud of her, and she's cheering me on. I'm teaching her how we're doing this shit, and we're rewiring everything. Everything fucking worked out great, I'm like, dude, everything was going our way. I got the fucking new one installed. I've never done this before, right? So I was a little nervous at first, but fuck, I learned so much, right? But so installed the tandem. It's like, perfect. That was step 1. Okay, now put that in the new spot. Now it's time to move everything else up. Everything started snapping into place, right? And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, time to, wire up the AC into the 30 amp. Okay, perfect. Got it in there. Got the whole panel all back together. And then all of a sudden I'm like, all right, fucking cross your fingers. We're going to flip on the main. And hopefully daddy doesn't get fucking blasted, to the fucking back wall. And turn it on, and everything seemed all right. And we're like, okay, now let's go upstairs into the into the upper level, and let's turn the thermostat on and see if the AC will power up, because it was working last summer, right? And so I had to throw in new batteries in the thermostat. Did that, got it up and running, switched it on to cool, and set the temp and all that shit, and also the little fucking the little text on it, it says AC on. I'm like, perfect. So we go walking outside to go look at the unit. The fan ain't spinning. It's not on. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, let's go take a look. So we go back down in the panel. The breaker wasn't tripped, and I'm like, okay. So where the power comes on the exterior of the building, there's a little safety switch out there. So we go to check that out, and the safety switch is on, and I'm like, fuck, like, what the fuck? I go back up, look at the thermostat. Everything is set. Everything is right. I checked, making sure I got the fucking wires in that breaker good. Everything I did was right, and I call my buddy, and he goes, okay, get your multimeter out. Let's test some shit. And I test the fucking voltage at the breaker. That's fine. And then we get out to outside, and we're testing where the fucking the wires come into the safety switch, and the voltage is off there. We're like, what the fuck? And then we check from the black to the ground, black to the red. And there's like 117. He's like, that's how that should be. He goes, what the fuck? Like, okay, let's. Maybe for some reason it's the fuses or something. That doesn't make sense, but let's try that. So, I bypassed the fuses. I wire nutted the fucking wires together. Bypass that. Still wouldn't kick on, man. And I was like, fuck. We're into like night 2 of just sweating our fucking nuts off up there. And I'm just like, man, like, fuck, dude. I just couldn't figure out, So we're all fucking scratching our heads, trying to figure out what the fuck, is this and this and this. And so finally I had the original electrician come out that hooked up the AC unit for us. He's more in town. And he stopped by and he's like, yeah, he goes, it's fucking weird. He goes, it's your voltage isn't right where it's coming out of the house. He goes, like, to me, that would, say that, like, we snagged a nail or something pulling in wire. But he goes, but that doesn't make sense because we already pulled that wire in and it was working before. If we hit a nail or something when we originally pulled it, it wouldn't have worked in the first place. And I'm like, yeah, and it's been undisturbed. I haven't been doing anything up in the ceilings there. And we're just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I got, this old ass house, we're catching mice every once in a while. I go, is there, the fact that maybe a fucking mouse could have been chewing on the wire? And he goes, they do like that shit. So he did some more testing and he goes, it's definitely the red out of the two. The black is reading right. The red isn't. So in the fucking Romex that we pulled, it's 4 wires, right? You got a black, a red, a white, and then a bare copper. So, the ground is in there. So he goes, dude, let's try one thing. He goes, if the red is fucked up, he goes, let's pop in the white instead and use that in the place of the red wire. So he goes, he puts the fucking white in at the breaker and then the white in at the safety switch, turned it on, and the fucking AC unit worked, baby. I was like, yes! So he's like, all right, you're up and running. We at least got the fucking upstairs cooling. Massive victory, dude. Of course, now it's 65 degrees out today. Didn't need it, but whatever. That's fine. I'm going to count my fucking blessings. So I'm going to be going back. I got to pop open some tiles, and I got to try to trace back that wire and see where the fuck a little fucker was gnawing at that thing, because he said he can patch that or resplice it or something just to make sure it's nice and safe. But tell you, man, this fucking old-ass bastard of a house, fucking love it, but I know I am never going to have a bored weekend ever again. I am going to forever be fixing this bitch up until I die. So, shit is what it is, man. Sean Heim says, I'd rather live in a van here in Seattle than be in Memphis. That's interesting. Okay. Took 2 years to get out, but I'm out. Memphis is a shithole. I have family here. I moved from Seattle to Memphis due to the cost of living. Okay. Very interesting. I went back to the company I used to work for. I didn't know Memphis is fucking garbage. That sucks, man. But hey, congratulations on moving back, getting back with the family and all that shit, dude. Props to you, brother. Life's too short, everybody. Fucking live your life, man. If you ain't happy doing what you're gonna do, take the fucking leap of faith, take the risk, go do something, man. Don't be afraid to fail. Fuck yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got to say about that. One last plug to all my Minneapolis homies and people that are willing to make the travel in September. We do have the Crypticon coming here to Minneapolis again, and I'm very, very excited about this one because we are going to see a small TCM2 reunion of the lovely Carolyn Williams, who played Stretch, and Big Bob Elmore, who is one of the two, technically one of the 3 that played Leatherface in there. So Big Bob has a heart of fucking gold. I haven't met him personally, and I'm very excited too. I can't wait. And I hear Carolyn is just fucking amazing. So they're going to be tag teaming up together, doing an in costume photo op, whatever, together. So that's going to be really exciting. I'll probably be doing that for sure. And I'm going to be bringing some super fucking grails that I could never even fathom or imagine shipping somewhere to get it signed from somebody. I got some big shit. I got the big fucking Chili trophy from 2. I got just some stuff, baby. So I'm really fucking excited about that. He says, took 6 months to get it back from the repairs. My car was broken into twice and then finally stolen last October. God damn, dude. That shit just sucks, man. Sometimes you just wish people would fuck off, dude. Christ. Well, I hope it was a good move for you, and I hope everything's going better, and I hope the quality of life for yourself is improving. So, motherfuckers, we're gonna call this a night, baby. Again, I did the main podcast last night. You're always gonna see me Friday nights on the goddamn museum Facebook page, coming to you live. You got time to hang out. It's a fucking social hour. You get in, we bullshit in the chat. We talk whatever, open some shit, talk some shit. Oh, speaking of that, dude. Okay, hold on. I got to show you guys one fucking cool thing because I've been excited about this. Let me open this bitch up. As I said earlier, I do have a nice couple of side quest collections that I do. One being old school alien stuff. I'm not talking the movie. I'm talking like your cliche green aliens, flying saucers, Area 51, and Mars Attacks has been kind of my blend. And then Doom is my other thing, dude. I grew up on that video game, and now I found out there's some good collectibles and shit out there in the Doom universe. I picked up this fucking sick-ass poster from an artist, and I'm really excited to see it because I am going to get this bitch framed up. It is a really, really cool take on, basically, it looks like an old-school comic, but of Doom. So let's check this shit out here. I'm going to show you guys first, and then I'll take a look at it. So look at this shit. Fuck yeah, dude. Look at that. Dude, it's so cool, man. Look at the fucking old school comic book look to it, dude. Just sick as fuck. Hell yeah. That is sick. Absolutely love it. Oh, I fucking dig it, dude. So cool. So I'm going to get that bitch framed up for sure. And make sure I don't roll over it. There we go. Hell yeah. So that's a fucking another sick little fucking piece I'm adding to the goddamn collection back there, baby. So shout out to that fucking artist. I wish I remembered his name. I would totally give the props. But anyway, if you want to fucking know, let me know. I'll send you the links and shit. So in conclusion, motherfuckers, I hope y'all have a good rest of the fucking weekend. I hope you were watching Eric's Secret Stash and got, something sick added to your collection. Doom came out when I was a freshman in college. Hell yeah, dude. First video game I ever played on a PC. I'd like to say it was the first video game ever, but, I had a fucking old school NES and stuff like that when I was growing up. But, yeah, I fucking love that game, man. And I just love the whole franchise of it, where it's gone. They actually have a new Doom game coming out, I think, next year, like Doom the Dark Ages. So that's fucking sick, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling along. We're doing the Minnesotan goodbye as always. Can't just fucking cut it off. You just keep kind of fucking blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great fucking weekend. I was happy to squeeze in another podcast here this weekend because I ain't going to see you motherfuckers until after the goddamn 4th of July. So I truly fucking hope to all my American friends that you guys have a goddamn amazing 4th of July. Don't blow your fucking fingers off. I hope it's a great fucking day. God damn it, God bless America. Atari 2600 came out when I was like 10. You and your old balls. You and your old ass balls. I love old balls. You're the fucking best, Sean. I love you, brother. Yeah, you guys have a great fucking holiday week. Even the fucking friends that aren't even Americans up in Moose Country up there, Mr. Moose Lodge. I was talking with him. I think he's going to be on the podcast in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be showing off his rehauled, one of his bases that Sam Wincup has been doing for him. So got a lot of good irons in the fire. I've been talking with Evil Nate Hewitt again, the pro wrestler son of Leatherface. He's stoked to come back on again, do another fucking pod with him. Homie Shango's coming back around here soon. So a lot of good stuff. Even talking maybe with Big Schwag, going to get him, Mr. Brett Wagner out. I got some shit coming down the pipeline, baby. Don't you worry about it. So, again, get yourself some fucking merch. Hook it up, baby. Or don't. Doesn't matter. It's all good. But anything, subscribe to the fucking podcast. Get on that YouTube channel if you don't know what Red Green is going to be on. Oh, my God. All right. We're cutting this shit, baby. Again, Stoney, coming to you live from the TCM Museum of Minnesota. This is the Space Corps Podcast, episode 29 up in this bitch. Thank y'all for fucking checking it out. Again, subscribe so you don't miss the latest and greatest going on in this motherfucker. And we will see you next weekend, baby. Peace, motherfuckers.